Hey, welcome to Apostolic Praise, AP 101, a crash course in piano. This course is going to teach you major chords, minor chords, a number of sevenths. It's also going to teach you a lot of different fills and runs. The emphasis in this class is basically going to be on gospel style, on Pentecostal style piano, apostolic style. We're going to be playing a lot of different slow songs, fast songs, a lot of different stuff we're going to be getting into. We're mainly going to teach you how to play accompaniment style. We're going to teach a lot of chords. Some of the videos are basically going to teach you melody as well, but for the most part we're going to teach you chords. In other words, you're going to play accompaniment styles. Basically, you're playing as if somebody you're accompanying somebody while they're singing, and that's basically the best way to start off playing, and then you can start using melody and more chords later on. We're also going to teach you how to use substitution chords. We don't just teach you what the chord is and how to play it. We teach you where you can use it, where you can substitute it in a song, and we'll use a number of church and gospel songs such as Surround Me, O Lord, Can't Nobody Do Me Like Jesus, just some well-known stuff that pretty much everybody has heard before to demonstrate these things we're going to be learning. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to learn is the notes on the piano, the very most important thing to learn. Just like there's an alphabet in school, there's an alphabet, a musical alphabet. And the musical alphabet, just like the regular alphabet, but it stops at letter G and then it repeats. So it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's no H, there's no I, there's no J, there's no K, there's nothing after G. It just repeats back to A. Basically on the piano, all of the white notes on the piano are what we call the alphabet letters. So the very first note on the piano is going to be an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then they'll repeat A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? And that's basically the way it works. You have one of your most important notes here in the middle of the keyboard, which is middle C. And you want to recognize that one, middle C. Now, one of the most important things you can start off doing is play all of each note on the piano. So let's start off with the A's. Okay, you notice it's where the three black notes are. It's the second one right here. Okay? Play all of the A's on the piano. Alright, next we're going to do all the B's. Alright, all the C's. Now the C is to the left of the two black ones. Alright, all the D's. In the middle of the two black ones. All the E's. To the right of the two black ones. All the F's. To the left of the three black ones. You kind of get the hang of it. If I'm going too fast, go back and watch it again. Alright, so once again, just to demonstrate, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it starts again, A. Okay, so before you do anything else, stop the video, learn these notes. This is going to be one of the most important things you'll need to start playing piano. Okay, the next thing we're going to learn is about the black notes. The black notes each have two different names. One is sharp, one is flat. Okay, so basically the way it works, sharp means go up on the piano. When we say going up, we mean going this way, okay? Going up, you're going to the right on the piano. When you say going down, you're going this way. And you can notice the farther down you go, the lower it sounds, okay? Easy way to remember. So basically, if you want to play, say for instance, C, this is C sharp, the note right above it, D, D sharp, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp. Once again, same thing, go through and play all the C sharps on the piano. Alright, play all the D sharps, play all the F sharps, all the G sharps, and all the A sharps. Okay, so now what we're going to learn is we're going to go over the flat names, okay? So the flat names, flat means go down. Remember, down on the piano is this way, where it gets lower. So, for instance, this is D. This is D flat, go down one note. This is E. This is E flat, G, G flat, A flat, B flat. Okay? Now you notice A sharp and B flat are the same note, okay? So the black notes both have two different names for each one. Okay, so C, C sharp, D flat. Depending on which way you're looking at it, which way you're coming from, that's the note, that's the name that it's called. It also depends, as you'll learn later, which key you're in. Okay, so D, D sharp, E, E flat, F, F sharp, G, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat. Very helpful thing to do is play them all like D flat, D flat, D flat, and say the note while you're playing it, when you're first learning. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. G flat, G flat, G flat, G flat, G flat, A flat, A flat, A flat, A flat, B flat, B flat. All right. So just say them all while you're doing it, and that'll really help and get that in your head there. Okay. That's basically it as far as the notes. Do your practice. You know, practice finding middle C. That's pretty much what you're gonna be playing on the piano most of the time. And practice. Take a minute, stop the video, go through and play each one of the notes and say it while you're playing it. Very important to get that down. Okay. Another really important thing is half steps and whole steps. Okay, a half step is basically anytime two notes are right next to each other. So E and F. F is a half step up from F. I'm sorry, E is a half step up from F. And then you have, if you go down from F to E, that's a half step down to E. Okay, so basically a half step is whenever two notes are next to each other, like C to C sharp, D to D sharp, D sharp to E, E to F right next to each other. A whole step is basically they're a note apart. So E to F sharp because you're skipping the F. F sharp to G sharp because you're skipping the G. That's a whole step. A flat to B flat. That's a whole step because you're skipping the A. B flat to C. That's a whole step. And of course, you'll learn more about that in the study info when you read about it. It'll make a little more sense in there as well. But that's basically what it boils down to. That's not really super important that you learn how to do that, but it will help you when we go to start learning how to play chords. Okay, so chord is basically when you play more than one note in your right hand. And the most chords are going to be 3-note chords for now that we're going to learn. And there's two main kinds of chords. First one is called major. The second one is called minor. Okay, we make a major chord by basically skipping 3 notes and then skipping 2 notes. Okay, so if we want to make a C major chord, for instance, we're going to play a C, skip 3 notes. So we're going to skip C sharp, D, and D sharp. We're going to play E. Then we're going to skip 2 notes. So we're going to skip F and F sharp. We're going to play G. So the notes in a C major chord are C, E, and G. Okay? Now what's very important to do is whenever you play a C chord in your right hand, when we're playing a music, you're going to play a C note in your left hand. Okay? In effect, your left hand basically is playing, if you ever seen somebody play the bass guitar, your left hand is playing the bass. The bass player usually only plays 1 note at a time. And your left hand is going to play the bass on the piano. Your right hand will play the major or minor chord. Okay? Let's learn another one, F major chord. So F, all right, skip 3 notes. A, skip 2 notes. F, A, C is an F major chord. So playing F in the left hand together with it. Sounds really pretty. G major chord, same thing. You're probably catching on by now. G, B, D. Okay? With a G in the left hand. And those are C, F, and G major chords, okay? Now the fingering you want to use is thumb, middle finger, pinky for these chords. Thumb, middle finger, pinky for all 3 of them, okay? And once again, we've already gone over how to use your left hand to play these chords. Just play the bass note. Basically, what I think of, you can put both thumbs on the same note of the chord. So whenever you see a note C or F, put both thumbs on C, put both thumbs on F, and then the rest of it will come through. But do whatever's easiest for you. That's just an easy way that I think of to remember it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and actually learn how to play a song. Let's learn how to read rhythm in apostolic praise. Okay, so a rhythm is basically just playing the chords of a song to a beat. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, like I said, whenever you see a C, like for instance the song, exercise song 1 has C followed by 3 slashes. What that basically means, on the actual C, you'll play both hands together, and then on the slash, you'll play just the right hand. Okay? So you can think of it like this. Together, right, right, right. Together, right. count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's basically how you would play it if you saw a C slash slash slash. The actual C note stands for the first beat, and the 3 slashes after that are 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let's go ahead and play exercise song number 1 for the 1, 4, and 5 chords, and we'll learn what that means here in just a minute about the 1, 4, and 5. Okay? So let's do it. Okay, so take a minute and practice playing that exercise song 1 in the key of C for major chords. And next, let's learn how to play some minor chords. Okay, so a minor chord is basically the opposite of a major chord. For a major chord, we skip 3 and then we skip 2 to make it. For a minor chord, we skip 2 and then we skip 3. And remember that skipping also includes the black notes. Those are notes just like the white ones are. Okay, so now we basically say that a chord is a minor chord by putting a little m after it. That's how we know if it's a major or minor chord. Okay, it's the second main kind of chord we're going to learn. The first one we're going to learn is D minor. Okay, so we have D, skip 2 notes. Okay, so we have F and then skip 3 notes. All right, so D minor chord is D, F, A. All right, E minor chord, skip 2 notes, skip 3 notes. Okay, E, G, B for E minor. Okay, and the final one in the key of C is A minor, and you probably figured it out by now. A, C, E. All right. Pretty easy in the key of C because you're basically just skipping a white note between every note. Easy way to think about it. One other key to remember is when you're changing chords, this will help you out a lot too. When you're changing chords, keep your hand in the same shape. Because all the chords have the same shape right now, so just keep your hand in the same shape when you're moving it. Alright, so exercise song number 2, A minor, D minor, D minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, and then end it on an A minor. Alright, 4 beats on each one. So together, right, right, right. So on. Okay, so go through, practice that, pause the video real quick, pause and practice that, get it down. So now the next thing we're going to learn about is scales. A scale is basically a series of notes that follows a pattern. C major scale, each one of the notes on the piano, each of the 12 different notes has a different scale associated with it. C is the easiest one because it's made up of all the white notes. Alright, so C major scale is going to be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And the fingering for all the scales is shown on your cheat sheet, which is available. If you don't have it, email me, apostolicpsom@gmail.com. But your cheat sheet will be in your curriculum book or it'll be emailed to you. The fingering is shown in that, but it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And that's basically it. And then you go back down, same fingering. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay? That's it. Pretty easy. All right? We'll be back in just a minute to teach about Roman numerals. Okay, so Roman numerals in the key of C. How are Roman numerals associated with playing music, and what is a Roman numeral? Roman numerals are basically the numbers that the Romans used to count with, and we use them a lot in music. Basically, the letter I stands for 1, so 2 I's together would be 2, 3 I's would be 3. The letter V stands for 5. So if it says IV, if the I comes before the V, you basically subtract it. That makes 4. So IV equals 4, V equals 5, VI, if the I comes after the V, it equals 6. Hope I didn't say that too fast. If there's 2 I's after the V, VII, that equals 7. And if that's a little confusing, just hearing me say it, look at your study info. It'll be helpful to get a visual about that. Okay, so basically here's the way it works. Aside from the Roman numerals, we're basically given a number to each note in the major scale. So C is the first note, so that's the 1 chord. D is the second note, that's the 2 chord. E is the third note of the major scale, 1, 2, 3, that's the 3rd chord. F is the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the 4th chord. G is the 5, A is the 6, and B is the 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just count it. That's the way it works. Okay, now basically the way it works, whenever the Roman numerals are capital, we know they're a major chord. This is for all music. Whenever a Roman numeral is minor, it means it's a minor chord. Roman numerals are very important because we can play any song in any key if we have it written in the Roman numerals. For instance, if a song is written in C and you need to transpose it to F, if you can't do that off the top of your head, which Apostolic Praise will teach you to do that, but if you can't do it yet, if you have it in Roman numerals and you can write the Roman numerals down, you can figure out how to do it. It's a lot easier than going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and counting it up and all that. It's going to help you out a lot. Trust me, they're very, very important. This is the key to learning how to play by ear, Roman numerals. All right, so the 1, the 4, and the 5 in the key of C are major chords. You see that? They're capitalized. The 2, the 3, and the 6, D, E, and A, those are all minor chords. You see that because they're lowercase. That's just the way they occur naturally in the scale. All right, now the 7 is neither major or minor. It's diminished, and we'll learn what that means later. We'll learn about that chord in a later lesson. All right, so exercise song 3 is 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4. So we know it's 1 is C, 4 is F, 5 is G. All right, C, D, E, F, G. You can count it up on your fingers if you have a hard time just thinking of it. All right, so let's play song number 3 for you. Song number 4, our 6th chord is A, our 2 chord is D. Alright, here's a new chord, F over G, 4 over 5. Alright, learn about fractions. The 4 chord is on the top. Okay, the 4 chord's in the right hand, the 5 chord's on the bottom. Think of your fractions like 1/4. The 4 chord's the numerator, it's on the top. The top's up here where it sounds higher. The 5's on the bottom, it's on the bottom. Alright, the G sounds lower, it's on the bottom. So 4 over 5 is F in the right hand, G note in the left hand, and then ended on a C. Alright, cool. And real quick, let's learn about inversions. And inversion, if you don't master this right off the bat, this is a little bit one of the toughest things to learn. And we're learning a ton of stuff in this first lesson, I know. But I want it to be really power-packed. The other lessons won't be quite as intense as this one is. But an inversion is basically a different way or form to play a chord. Okay, there's basically 3 inversions for every major and minor chord. And if you look in your study info, you'll find this, all the 3 different inversions for each one of these chords. I really recommend going through and playing each one of these and memorizing each one of these inversions. When you come to a chord in a song like a C, for instance, you don't just have to play a C like that. You can play any one of the 3 different inversions. A quick note about those, your fingering you want to use for the root position, which is the first one. Root position, you use 1, 3, 5. For first inversion, you're going to use 1, 2, 5. And for second inversion, you're going to use 1, 3, 5 once again. And once again, reference that in your study info. Practice all the inversions for each chord. Each one of them has the same fingering, okay? 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5. There's G. Here's A minor, here's D minor, and here's E minor. Alright, once again, they're all written in the book. Go through and look in the book and play it. That'll be more helpful than watching me on the video, I promise. Alright, so go through, practice, learn those inversions. If you don't learn them right now, learn them later, but learn them at all costs because they're very important and they're really going to help you out later in playing. Alright, God bless. That's your first lesson. I'm really excited about you being with us. By the end of this course, you will know so much stuff. You will be amazed at how far you've come. By the end of the second lesson, or second course, you'll actually be ready to start playing in church. I'm excited about you joining us, and God bless.